Into the Spider-Verse is one of my favorite movies of all time. This film kicks absolute ass, not only with this unique animation, but the story told here has a personality that I don't think has ever been replicated. It's the randomness and unpredictability of this film that I think makes it so entertaining. For example, in the first 30 minutes, Spider-Man dies in this movie. He actually dies. And then there's a part where the writer said, screw it, let's make it an anime, or let's make it Looney Tunes. And it was at this point that I knew this movie was a masterpiece, but the real reason I respect this project is because at its core, this is one gigantic motivational video. Throughout Miles' adventure, we are taught important life lessons about how to cope with the loss of loved ones, or how anyone can wear the mask. We can all be superheroes if we put our mind to it. Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man, said it best. That person who helps others simply because it should or must be done, and because it is the right thing to do, is indeed, without a doubt, a real superhero. One of the things I will always give superhero movies credit for is never failing to provide the audience with an inspiring message about life and how to deal with our own personal conflicts. Most of the problems we encounter are, in fact, mental. And it's interesting because some of us never realize this truth. Society constantly tries to get in our head, and we subconsciously become a shell of ourselves because we allow the words of others to define our potential. As a result, we create problems that don't even exist. This truth is exactly how Miles' dad expresses his faith to his son. That there is an amazing spark inside all of us. The most satisfying part about this movie is seeing Miles realize this spark, essentially going from benchwarmer to a Hall of Famer in seconds. I think the main reason I like Miles so much is because he reminds me of myself. For one, he's black, and I'm also black, so that automatically makes him the best character in movie history. But on a serious note, his struggles are ones that I used to have myself. I've been in his shoes, so I feel his pain when he feels helpless or the elephant in the room. Despite his big heart and optimism, deep down he truly cares about how people perceive him. He displays signs of confidence when practicing something, but when it's showtime, he freezes up and overthinks his situation. He has a difficult time relaxing when it's time for him to perform. And I'm sure we've all been there. I think one of the problems we fall into sometimes is being more of a dreamer rather than a believer. It isn't until Uncle Aaron's death and some uplifting words by his father that Miles was finally able to embrace his role as being Spider-Man, which he was all along. It was just difficult for him to accept that reality. His greatness was realized once he finally changed his mindset from "I wish I were Spider-Man" to "I am Spider-Man." This is the most epic part of this movie, and it's the scene that immediately pops into my head when I think of Into the Spider-Verse. It provides the audience with an important message, and that is, don't chase after dreams. Believe that you are already that dream and take that leap of faith. This was made to express. Thanks for watching.